Welcome to Not Just Sports by Noel Epps. Welcome. Today's show is a special show, Thursday edition. Special show, special guest, Mike James. Mike James, former NBA champion Mike James, current Houston Rocket coach, I believe. Current Houston Rocket coach, I believe, Mike James, and current 3-on-3, that Ice Cube league. I forget the name of that league. The 3-on-3 league, Ice Cube league. Current player in that league. Okay, Mike James. He's coming on at 6:30. We're just waiting. I like to be on time, so we're just waiting for him. In the meantime, we have a couple of things going on. On Saturday, July 28th, that is the Mike James All-Star Game at Boulder Mac Park in Amityville, New York, on Great Neck Road, right in his backyard, actually. The park is right in his backyard. The last boat ride is also July 28th. The last boat ride. Oh, my goodness. Y'all don't have enough time for all the stories I could tell about these boat rides. The last boat ride is after the All-Star Game, July 28th. That boat is leaving at 10:30 p.m. April Smith, what's up, baby? Coach Stowers, what's good? Also on July 28th, Saturday, 4 p.m., out in Granny Road, my football team, the Long Island Red Devils, is trying to go 3-0. We are playing the Demon Knights at 4 p.m. in Granny Road. So we have it all covered. Western Suffolk County is covered. Eastern Suffolk County is covered. Also on July 28th, out on the reservation, out on the res, the Dwayne D.L. White basketball tournament, that is out there on the res. That starts a lot earlier, so you could catch both games. You could go out the res at noon and go check out the Dwayne D.L. White basketball tournament with all the Shinnecock Indians. Beautiful group of people. Beautiful group of people. They all look like my grandmother. Go out there on the res with the Shinnecocks. Watch the Dwayne D.L. White basketball tournament. It's for a great cause. Dwayne D.L. White was killed in a car accident, and they raised money for his daughter's college fund. So it's a great cause. Just like Mike James is giving back to the hood on July 28th, that's a great cause. Millie's boat ride, the last boat ride, $55, July 28th. July 28th is a big day in Long Island. Big day in Long Island. And it's Uncle Tony's birthday. I forgot about that. So we got Uncle Tony's birthday, football at 4 p.m., reservation, res at noon, Mike James Day at 5:36ish, boat ride 10:30. DJ C High is in the building from North Carolina. He is so happy to be here. He got a bagel with turkey, bagel, because he don't eat ham. Bagel with turkey and cheese, egg, turkey, and cheese on a roll, on a bagel. He's just so happy to be in New York. DJ Boss Hog Big Wade, hopefully he'll be in the building this weekend. Then Sunday is part 2 of the res, the tournament out there on the reservation. They'll be concluding that out there on the reservation. The mouth of Long Island, me, I'll be in the building. And then on February 11th and 12th, out in Riverhead. They had to stop the violence tournament with Teresa Witherspoon, formerly of the New York Liberty. So I'm all over the place. I am a busy man. The mouth of Long Island is here. I'm coaching football, emceeing basketball tournaments. I'm everywhere. I'm doing it all. Okay? We're just waiting for Mike. We wait for Mike. He got 3 minutes. I'm on time. Mike James, former NBA champ with the Detroit Pistons. Former NBA champ. current Houston Rocket coach, I believe. I think he's coaching with the Houston Rockets. Current 3-on-3 basketball tournament player with Ice Cube's league. So my boy Mike James, he got a lot of shit going on too. And he's also giving back to the hood. Amityville, stand up. Your man's giving back to the hood. He's been doing this for close to 10 years, maybe over 10 years now. Maybe over 10 years now. I was the MC of the first 8 years. First 8 years, I'm MCing. Okay? And then let me tell you something. If Mike James happens to invite you in his backyard for the barbecue, because he always has a barbecue at his mother's house, his uncle, April, listen to me good now. His uncle makes this seafood gumbo. I swear to God, it's crack. Oh my goodness. Every year I say I'm going to take some home to my wife. I'm going to take some home to my wife. It never makes it. It never makes it. It never makes it back home. I swear. They didn't have it last year. They didn't have that seafood gumbo last year. I don't know why. I don't know who told him it was a good idea not to have it. But they need to have that seafood gumbo. Listen, I'll pay for it. Whatever it costs to get it done, to get it made, I will pay for it. Okay? We're waiting for Mike. Hopefully he'll be here in a minute. Don't forget www.busamove.com. Don't forget www.genesisfueloil.com. Don't forget www.shabue.com. And also don't forget www.ssaunders at icghome.com. Intercontinental Capital Group Incorporated. Now, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. NJSBNE at Instagram. That's me. I'm on Instagram. Also, I'm on Twitter at NJSBNE. I got a Twitter handle. Who'd ever thought that I'd be on Twitter and Instagram? And you know me, I'm no less. I'm on Facebook too. My man Kurt King Kane is in the building. Kurt King Kane out here training everybody. I think I need to get in Kurt Kane's training class. I think I need to get in his class. I'm thinking about it. Dre Lawhorn, what's up? I'm in the building. Dre Lawhorn is in the building. I just left my son. He's out there 45 minutes. The boy scored 3 touchdowns. Kurt Kane is doing the artist showcase. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Kurt Kane is doing the artist showcase on Saturday at Mike James Day. Listen to me, y'all. The young boy, the young stallion, Kurt Kane got some fire. I'm trying to tell you. My assistant. Oh, that's why I love my goddamn assistant coach. That's why I love him. I love him too. He don't even realize how important he is to me. He's always reminding me. I'm on YouTube too, people. I got a YouTube channel. So this interview with Mike is about to be everywhere. We about to be on YouTube. We about to be on Instagram. We about to be on Twitter. Harold Davis was good, Papa. We're just waiting for Mike. We're just waiting for Mike. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. We trying to blow up. We trying to blow up. We trying to make this money. We trying to make this money. I'm trying to get my wife to stop working. I'm trying to get her to stop working. She laughed. She laughed. Kwame King, what's up, baby? Kwame King, his son plays football in New York. I believe at Fordham or something like that. That's a D1 school. That's a D1 school. Kendall Seegers, how is Vegas treating you, baby boy? How is Vegas treating you, Kendall Seegers? My man Kendall just moved to Vegas. Got a big job out there. Big job out there. Joanna de Guzman, what's up, baby? Oh, he's at LIU. He's at Post? Oh, shit. What's your son's name? What's your son's name, Kwame? I was just at post. What's your son's name? I need to know his name so I can follow him. And what position does he play? I got a couple of friends who coach at LIU. I'm going to confirm whether he's legit or not. But we here. We just waiting. We just waiting for Mike Mike. Now, you're going to hear me call him Mike Mike. Finally found the topless happy hour. Desir Streeter? Oh, that name sound like a football player. That name sound like a football player. Finally found the topless quarterback safety. Topless happy hour. Pretty damn good. Desir Streeter, that sound like a football. And he's starting? Oh, shit. He's starting? He's starting for Brian Collins? That Brian Collins defense is for real. I run the same defense with my team. Terry Roberts was good. Terry Roberts' son is killing it right now. Terry Roberts' son is probably going to be playing in this game, y'all. Terry Roberts' son is a senior who just left Lincoln in Brooklyn. His son is legit. I'm trying to tell y'all. Starting as a sophomore for Coach Collins? Oh, man. He's legit. Kwame, he a player, huh? He a player. Oh, I got to call Coach Kalman and see what's going on with him. I got to call Coach Kalman and see what's going on with him. Coach Verdi. Who's the DB coach over there? I think it's probably Coach Verdi. He's probably I think Coach Verdi is the DB coach over there. But Terry's son, Terry Roberts' son, Terry Roberts Jr., Terrence Roberts, whatever you want to call him, he legit too. He going to be out there showing his ass on Saturday. I'm trying to tell y'all. He started as a freshman. Oh, my God. I didn't know all that. See, Kwame, you ain't tell me all that. I saw Coach Gill when I was over there. I saw Coach Gill when I was over there. I would have asked about him. Let me know. Let me know the truth. Oh, I'm going to tell you the truth, Kwame. I'm going to tell you the truth. If anybody going to tell you the truth on Facebook, it's going to be me. Junior Snakums can go. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Rob Chester. Robert Chester. What's good, boy? Love me some Robert Chester. You didn't tell me that your son was legit. You didn't tell me your son was legit. You never even told me you had a son at LIU. I didn't know that. I thought he was in Fordham. Why he looking for a haircut in the Bronx? He in Brookville. He could go to Hempstead. He could go to Uniondale. I asked about barbers up there. Yeah. You asked for a barber in the Bronx, though. Oh, I'd have put him on to a barber in Long Island. I know barbers near LIU. I know barbers near Post. I'd have sent them right to Uniondale. You ain't got to go all the way to the Bronx. April Smith, we waiting for Mike Mike. Now, listen, people. I've known Mike Mike since he was 9 years old, since he was a baby. Is Reese outside? Yeah. Okay, so you asking for trouble with that spatula right there. You got it, but he'll be licking on the spatula and everything else, and you be flipping my burger. Okay? I'm in Long Island. Yes, I'm in Long Island. LIU is in Long Island. Long Island University. CW Post. So as I was saying, Mike, you're going to hear me. I just texted. Okay, April. You're going to hear me call him Mike occasionally. I've known Mike since he was 9 years old. Blow the whistle in the meantime. Yeah, let me get my whistle. Hold on. Just in case Mike say some dumb shit. Yeah. Just in case Mike say some dumb shit. Mike can say some dumb shit at times too now. So just to give you a little history. I know Mike since he was about 9, 10 years old. When Mike's family, moms, lives, the park is here, his mom's is here. There's a fence. Mike used to cut out the fence. It's him and his brothers. Used to cut out the fence and walk through the fence and come in through the back of the fence all the time. Boulder Back Park it's now considered Mike James Park, but that was literally his park. That was literally his park. So Mike might, used to come out around 6 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Sun's going down. We go out there and play. Now, let me set the scene for you. Mike got the hole in the fence. There's handball courts. In the corner, there was dreads. This is when I first walked into Amityville, Boulder Mac, Mike James Park. It's now called Mike James Park, Boulder Mac Park. Dreads was in the corner. Uh-oh! There is the young man. There's the young stallion. Okay, Mike, let's see if we can get Mike on. Mike, where are you? We try to get Mike on. I don't understand why I don't see him on my thing here. Okay, let's see if I tap on his name. Mike, what's good? Why can't I get you on here? I'm trying to tap on Mike's name. It's not coming up. Mike, please make sure on your phone you turn your Facebook access on. Okay. Listen, these are all the people I got. Where's Mike James? I got Corey. I got Derwin, Anthony Jones, Kwame, April Smith. I can't add her for some reason. Okay, Mike, you have to go out for a second and make sure that your Facebook access or your Facebook camera is on. Please make sure your camera's on, Mike. James Rohan, what's up? Christopher Dean James. And I can't even tell you how much love I got for that boy. Christopher Dean James, I can't even tell you how much love I got for him. I can't even explain how much love I got for Christopher Dean James. Christopher Dean James is living life. Christopher Dean James will have pictures and videos of him in the middle of Africa one day, Istanbul the next day, India the next day. It's incredible. Mike, make sure your Facebook access is on. Your camera's on. April Smith, can you walk him through that, please? Because I'm trying to get him on and his name does not show up with the camera. Mike's name doesn't show up. It shows up here. It just doesn't show up for me to invite him on. So he has to make sure that his camera is on. Amityville is in the building, standing up for your boy. Okay? Again, I got Corey, John, Derwin, Kwame. April is now on. Slade, Allen, James Rohan, Sonia Battle. I got everybody on but Mike. Got everybody on but Mike. He got to turn his camera on. Coach loving the new setup. Thank you. Slade Wilson, Kendall Seegers, Sonia, what's up? We waiting for Mike. All you got to do is go back out and turn his camera on. Go into his settings and turn his camera on his phone. Okay? Skylar. Hi, Skylar. How are you, hun? Christopher Dean James. Boy, I'm telling you. I can't even... Listen, I'm going to try to tell y'all the love I got for this Christopher Dean James. Christopher Dean James played football for me in high school. Hi, Sonia. He played football, has to use a phone or a laptop. Mike, you got to use your phone or a laptop, according to Kendall. Kendall should know. What we talk about today, Carlton, we got Mike James, former NBA champion. We got him today. We just got to make sure his camera is on his phone, or make sure he's near Wi-Fi. Make sure his camera is on. You may be a better player each week, Coach. Thank you. No BS. Let me tell you something. Christopher James is this young... I just texted the steps. Okay. It's a young white kid, right? A rough motherfucker. Okay, here you go. Here's Mike. Let's see what we can get him on. Mike James. Mike James. Mike, turn your camera on, man. Mike, are you on your phone? Mike, are you on your phone? What's up with that, hun? What's up with that, hun? Peace, blessings. Peace and blessings, Sky. What's up with that, hun? What do you mean, what's up with that, hun? Mike, go out to the... Let's get Mike on his phone first. Okay, Mike, it's not coming up. Again, just, Mike, go back out, then come back in, please. And get near a Wi-Fi. I know you got good Wi-Fi in Toronto. Maybe Toronto has something to do with it. No. Maybe it's Drake's fault. You had your best years in Toronto. Cut it out. Cut it out. You had your best years in Toronto. Okay, there he is. He's added. Good. Okay. Here we come. Hit accept. Right at the top. Should be flashing. There we go. Good. We're connected. Hopefully this one works. Connecting. Good. Now you're in a different room. You must be standing on top of the Wi-Fi now. So now listen, let's go back. You said this is the first time you brought up very good points. The first time Melo doesn't have to be the man. He can just relax and play.
No, I'm sorry. What you say now?
I said you brought up very good points about Melo. It's the first time that he doesn't have to be the man. He could just relax and play.
Yes, I think that Carmelo, you know, it was so, yeah, it was so. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear
can hear
me?
you.
Yeah,
I can hear you loud and clear.
And in New York, you know, there was the pressure of having to perform in success. And you know, New York is a hard city to play in, and you know they critique them so much. So can you imagine the pressure that he had to play? The
Yeah.
pressure that he had to play with every single night, you know. And now, okay, it's something
Go
happening.
ahead.
I
I
think
can
I
hear
got
you.
like two different. Okay, and
Pay attention to me.
wait,
Don't pay
it's
attention. You trying to read and talk at the same time.
yo, this phone is tripping. I promise you, this phone is tripping right now.
Okay, let's get back to the beginning. Let's start with the beginning from you. Everybody knows you're from Amityville, but people don't realize that your mother's house in Boulder Mac Park was your backyard. Right or wrong?
I'm sorry. I'm listening to what you said 5 minutes ago in my ear right now. Like it's it's like 3 recordings of what's going on right now in my ears.
Okay.
Like I can't even hear what you said because I'm listening to my answers.
Okay. Let's try this. Let's try
Okay.
to not use the headset.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yep. Fatima, that's Genesis fuel oil right there. Are you ready? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. Is your sound on your phone? Is your sound on your phone? Or put the headsets back in. God damn. This is crazy. I've never had this problem. Put the headsets back in. Put the headsets back in. Mike. Put the headsets back in. Somebody tell him, please put the headsets back in. Can somebody type that to him? Now he froze. Holy shit. Sorry. Get this ish together. We are, Mike. Turn off his Bluetooth. Turn the Bluetooth off. Oh. Nolan, how'd you do? Now we can't hear him. Oh my God. Nolan! We're gonna have an interview. It's gonna be today, it's gonna be tomorrow. We having an interview. Oh, it's Dante. Y'all need an AV team. Yeah, too funny. Put your headset back in. He's got to turn the Bluetooth off. He's got to turn the Bluetooth off. Listen, people, this is why Mike's here today. Mike's going to be in New York Saturday. Saturday, he's going to be at Bolden Mac Park for the Mike James basketball game. Mike James basketball game, which is at Bolden Mac Park, July 28th. July 28th at around 5:36 p.m. Tell him stop smiling so damn much. Listen, he got them pearly whites. Them teeth is white, boy. Shit, I'd smile too. He's gone. No, he's not gone. We're getting his publicist, April Smith. We're gonna get her on it. Just interview me on my Android. Sonia is funny. I just texted him. What up, Mo Stroller? Mo Stroller's in the building. You gotta turn that Bluetooth off. Okay, so now, as we were saying, that's my birthday. I should pull up. Yeah, you should pull up. July 28th, Bolden Mac Park. 6:30 p.m. Mike James Day. Mike James is going to be out there giving out appliances, bikes, food, refrigerators, stoves. He gives back to the hood. He's been doing this for like 10 years now. The Black Morton Downey? No, that's not me. Hey, Sonia, the chocolate social worker. It's 12 to 7. Mike James Day from 12 to 7. Let me tell you something about Mike James Day at 12 to 7. Yeah, it's 12 to 7. But Mike ain't playing that game till 5:30, 6 o'clock. Every year, they say that game's going to start at 2. And it don't start till 5:30, 6 o'clock. And then we rushing to get on the boat. I'm telling y'all how it goes down. And then we rushing to get on the boat. Okay? Where is April Smith? Where's April Smith? We're going to have vendors. They're having vendors out there, people. So you can buy stuff, jewelry, video games for the babies, all types of food, soul food, Hispanic food. Everything's going to be out there. Can we please, April Smith, can you talk to Mike? Mo Stroller, you already know. I just found the Topless Day parties out here, so I'm feeling right at home. That's goddamn Kendall. Send me an invite. Oh, we're going to do this one last time. We're going to do this one last time. Mike James. We're going to do this again. We got to get this message out. July 28th, that's this weekend. July 28th. Now can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Turn your Bluetooth off. Somebody tell him to turn the Bluetooth off. Yes, put it back in. Put it back in. Put it back in. He's in Toronto. Okay, hold on. No, I can hear him. Mike, your other cousin just walked in. Put the headsets back in. Somebody tell him put the headset back in, please. Somebody tell him put the headset back in, please? Or turn the Bluetooth off. This is amazing. It went off again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen. Listen, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Mike will hopefully be in New York. Okay, let's try it again. Lord have mercy. Let's try it again. Okay. Mike, why is it not working? Okay, this is what we're going to do. I appreciate Mike trying, too. I appreciate him. Mike's got to, I don't know why I can't add him. This is what we're going to do. Next time, y'all have to do a test with him. This is what we're going to do. Mike, this is what we're going to do, Mike. We're going to try one more time, right? If it don't work, I'm hoping you're going to be in New York tomorrow. Okay, LOL, invite me. I'm going to try to invite him now. This is incredible. Okay, Mike. You have to go back out and come back in because it's not. You're not. I'm not able to add you. This is crazy. This is crazy. Live streaming for Boulder Back Park on Saturday. We might have to do that. But April, she has all the details. Okay, I'm going to interview April, and then hopefully, Mike can come on. This because I wanted to walk through Mike's career. Mike's had a great career. I wanted to walk through his career. It's going to be popping in the park. We know it's going to be popping in the park.
Yo,
Hi,
what's
April.
up, man? Talk about it, man.
Now, I'm looking
Talk
for
about
April,
it.
and I get Andrew. What's up,
The
man?
voice, man. What's up, man? We live at the Mac Saturday, man. What's up, man? We live, man. Talk about it, man. What's up?
Where you live at right now?
We in the Mike James meeting right now. We putting all the magic together right now. I'm with April Smith and sister Willie. We about to make this happen. What's up, man? It's Boulder Mac is where it's at this weekend. You heard?
Listen to me. We need to call Drake so Drake can fix the Wi-Fi in Toronto. This is the goddamn problem. It's that light-skinned Wi-Fi. That's the problem. Y'all let these light-skinned guys just get away with murder. I remember you black guys used to hold it down. You dark-skinned guys used to hold it down. You just let these light-skinned guys get away with murder right now. Where's Danny?
Who? We on the live. We on the show. Yeah, man. We live, man. We live Saturday, man. Boulder Mac, where it's at, man.
So
we got a couple All-Star games, slam dunk contests.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can add Mike. He said he's ready now. Let me see if I can add him.
I see.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Andre Longhorn, Mike James. There he is again. Can we get Mike James? Yo, I can hear you now.
Okay, because I got my earpieces in from Bluetooth that I got to use Bluetooth with.
Okay, so listen. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the very beginning, and let's get through this as quickly as we can with no technical difficulties. Okay,
Right.
So a lot of people don't realize that Boulder Mac Park, a.k.a. Mike James Park, is your backyard.
I mean, born and raised, in Amityville, and that was the only place that my parents was letting me go. You know, it was one of those days you couldn't go too far because Amityville was wild when I was a kid. It's no different than what Amityville is now. The only difference is it was more people in the outside. There was more people doing things. Kids played outside. You know, you will see a group of kids on bikes. You will see a bunch of kids just doing, even if they was doing mischievous things, you would just see a whole bunch of kids outside playing. And so there was always so many things to do and get in trouble doing. And it was like, you know, when my dad would be like, you know, you going the park. That was where it was at. It was the most popping spot probably in Amityville other than the block.
It sure
And,
was. It
you
sure
know, and
was.
that's where,
So
uh-huh.
as a youngin, you saw a lot of dudes go in that park. And we always talk about who was the best players in Amityville. Who are the top 3 players in Amityville that you see playing in that park?
Oh man, I remember growing up. I remember I used to watch Boo Boo Berry play. I used to sit on my ball.
Oh my God, his name comes up all the
like
time.
it's the funniest thing. Like I used to sit on my ball and I used to watch him play. And then when because we couldn't play on the main courts, so we used to have to
Yeah.
play on the monkey bars. I'll kill my peers on the monkey bars. Like every move that I used to see Boo Boo Berry do, like I used to try it on, you know, everyone my age. And so, you know, it's a lot of talent, man, that came out of Amityville, you know, but it's one of those towns where the streets is
Yeah.
more appealing than sports because sports take too long and guys are hungry yesterday.
Right.
And because of that, they make decisions that's going to affect their future instead of holding on and believing that, you know what, maybe this thing can be really a dollar in a dream for me. Especially when you got a whole bunch of people that's drug infested and somebody give you a package and you gonna get rid of this package in 5 minutes. You ain't sitting on nothing. You 14 years old and you used to having that money in your pocket, but you just a really, really good athlete. You like, man, being
Yeah.
an athlete gonna sit to the side. I gotta go get this money. And that's just the way we grew up. And
Yeah.
so I was grateful and I was blessed to have, you know, supporting cast, people that would punch me in the back of my head if they ever caught me, you know, and it wasn't really cousins or it wasn't family. That was the blessing that I had growing up also was most of the time it really wasn't the family that was smacking me upside my head. You know, it was
You
the
know that's right.
homies. It was
You
the
know that's
homies
right.
that you would catch me and you'd be like, nah, you ain't doing that. And so, you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I
I,
had people that was able to keep me, you know, on top of myself.
I don't know if you knew it, but you had, because everybody saw you as the young boy in the park. You know, you
Yeah,
would be out there with the ball bigger than you, right?
facts.
And everybody was watching after you. Everybody said, yo, make sure that the young boy is okay. So everybody in that park was watching after you.
Yo,
I don't know if you knew it or not.
nah, you know what's crazy? Man, I think about this all the time. I've been in instances, you know, with people that I call, you know, my people growing up, where they'll be like, yo, Mike, we about to go handle this business real quick. We're gonna drop you off home and then we're gonna pick you up like 2, 3 in the morning. Like, and so they would always like protect me and come shelter me, but they'll still share
Yeah,
the dirt with me, and you know what I mean? But at the same time, it was one of those things like, yo, we about to go handle that, but Mike, we about to drop you off first. And I'll be
yeah,
like, I want to go. I want to see. And they'd be like,
yeah,
nah,
yeah,
dog, you got a future ahead of you. Like, get out of
yeah.
here. Like, we're not going to. And that's a blessing in itself because, you know, misery loves company. And anybody going to do, there's strength in numbers. And if anybody's going to do anything, you know, even if a person's scared, they'd rather have a scary person with them, you know, because the
Mm-hmm.
numbers look good.
Yep,
You
no
know what I
doubt.
mean? And so I was blessed, man, to really have some genuine people, you know, and God really turned people's hearts for me.
Yeah, yep. So now you go to Amityville High School, the basketball factory. Let everybody know, Amityville High School. You wind up playing for
Facts.
Jack Agostino, like I did, like I did. Now,
Yeah.
were you heavily recruited?
Where in high school? Man,
Yeah, out of high school, was you
nobody
heavily
wanted
recruited?
me. Nobody. I remember Coach Ag told me one time, you know, you might have a chance to play D2, but that's probably the best you can do.
So how'd you wind up in
and
Duquesne?
I remember, man, Roosevelt Park. Was I in prep school? Yeah, I was in prep school. I was Gary Charles. He called me,
Ooh.
and it was Gary Charles. He called me on Saturday. He was like, Mike, it was like it was like late August. I was about to go to junior college, in Riverside Community College in California.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me, this was late August. He was like, listen, Duquesne, a kid just quit the team. They have one scholarship left. They looking for a guard, and they come into the park to come look at you on Sunday. You better be there on time, and you better be ready to play. I was like, Duquesne? I was like, who the heck? I was like, Giddy, like, what's Duquesne? Like, what's that? Like, where is it? I was like, is it D1? He was like, yo, it's D1. I was like, we ain't got to say nothing else. Like, it's a wrap. And, and I done two moves. And the coach that came to see me, Danny Holzer, he was like, we're bringing him on a visit. And when I went to the visit, I played against two starting guards, and I outplayed them. And it was like, yo, it was so crazy. It was so late in the year that they couldn't sign me to an official scholarship. It was like a note. It was a promise note. Like John Carroll, he wrote a note to me. He said, listen, this is the person you're going to talk to. This is your contact information. Just trust me. First day of school is this day. Orientation is this day. Just be here this day. You have a scholarship, but we just can't write a letter of intent. We can't give you no verified proof. You just got to believe that you'll have a scholarship first day. I was like,
wow.
All right. Like,
that don't even
like,
sound legal.
Facts. Like,
so now you go to Duquesne, and I remember one year we all, the hood, went out to visit Mike when they were playing Fordham.
Yeah.
And you said you outplayed the guard. Now, you had a gunner on your team, the shooting guard.
Tom Pipkins. Yeah.
He was a gun. It seemed like y'all didn't like each other.
No, you know what? We learned how to play with each other as years went on. Like maybe my his senior year and his junior year, my sophomore year, like we started building a relationship. Like, you kind of cool. I remember one day, and we was playing pickup, and we was doing something, and I hit him with a move, and I think I elbowed him in the mouth or something while he was driving, and he chopped me in my throat. And I said, and everybody grabbed us. I was like, nah, I got to get my hit back. Like, I'm just not going to sit here and just let you just get away with just chopping me. Like, I don't want to fight you because you my teammate, and I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I got to show you I ain't no punk. And so I remember, like, the next play, he went up for, like, a layup or something. I caught him with the loveliest piece to the chin. Like, I caught him in, mid layup. Like, you gonna hold this one right here. Or whatever you want to do after this, we going to do. But I had to let him know, like, I don't know. I guess I've always come off like, I guess my smile has always made people feel more comfortable and feel like they can say or do whatever. But then Amityville does come out. Like, I didn't go to private school. You know what I mean? Like, I was born and raised in the heart of Amityville. And so saying that, believe me, I had a lot of fights as a kid, and everybody I fought, they still respect me to this day because they know it was never no punk in me.
Yeah, no doubt. Even me and you had a little tiff. Because you tried to take flight on me in the park and make me part of your highlight reel, and I hacked the shit out of you, and you was mad at me for like 2 years behind that shit. And I tell that story, and people think I'm lying when I tell that story.
Oh, I remember that. That's when I swear I had like a moment when I was real athletic. I remember Marvin Kelly. I just got the word that I'm going to Duquesne. I just came back from the visit. It was like Sunday I went, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was like Thursday. So I'm happy. I'm telling everybody I'm going to Duquesne. Like, I got a scholarship. Like, yeah, what, y'all? And I remember we was playing pickup, and Pig was on my team. And we was playing against Marvin Kelly and I caught like 3. Pig was throwing me alley-oops and I'm dunking it. And I caught a dunk on Marvin Kelly. He mad at me because he like, and I'm sitting there like, yo, he mad because I got like, I don't know what he was mad for, but I had a fight that day in the park with Marvin Kelly. Right after I signed with Duquesne, he was like, nobody care about you going to Duquesne. Nobody care about that. So, and P.I. was laughing because
Marvin Kelly. And Marvin Kelly lives directly across the street. So Mike was in his backyard, and Marvin was across the street. Okay?
In the front yard.
In his front yard, exactly. This is Mike James, former NBA champion with the Detroit Pistons. Do not get it twisted. Current coach with the Houston Rockets. We'll touch on that again. But this is Mike James. He had to listen. I thank you for coming on, bro. I thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Man, this is beautiful, man. Any chance that, I'm excited.
So now,
I'm excited about the. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was ready to talk about Mike James Day. Just excited about being able to come home and just being around my people. And so many people that know me from when I was a kid. And that's how they remember me. That's the beauty is when I come home, I'm Mike. I'm Mikey. I'm Lil Mike. Like, I don't trip. I don't trip when, you know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man, but I still don't trip when somebody remind me of when I was a kid, when I was a youth, because I was that kid growing up in Amityville. I was funny because I think I got my ball kicked in the street more than anybody in the history of getting a ball kicked in the street.
Yes.
Like, I'll be on the court and I'll be like, yo, who got next?
They
be like, Mike, man. They be like, Mike, go ahead with that, man. You're not playing today. I'd be like, man, I'm playing. Like, y'all gonna pick me up because I used to have like the best ball in the park. And they'd be like, yo, listen. I'd be like, listen, if y'all don't pick me up, y'all not playing my ball, and I promise you I'll throw a bottle on the court. And they'd be like, yo, you throw a bottle. They be like, yo, you throw a bottle on the court, I promise you. Man, they'll boot my ball to like the church across the street, and I'll sit there and I'll throw like 2 40-ounce bottles on the court. Then I got to go get my broom from the house and go clean it up later.
That's a fact. Mike used to get on the court, right? Sometimes we'd only have 9. And Mike would come, and he ain't lying. He would have the best ball. He would have the best ball. So
mind you, I got it from John J. Burns also. I got my ball from John J. Burns also.
Yeah, from the nice side of town. He ain't lying. He is not lying. So now you've been doing this for how long? 10 years now, right?
What, Mike James Day? Wow, this is like the 13th year.
13th year.
This is the you know what the hardest part about Mike James Day, and you know what the beauty about Mike James is? It's like it's a double-edged sword. The hard part is that everyone wants to be entertained and they get disappointed by the entertainment, but don't nobody want to help. Don't nobody want to, like, I don't do this for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, of course. Like, you know what? I appreciate the people that do help, and I appreciate the people that do support. But you know what? The people that normally are supporting and normally are helping have less opinion. And it's the ones that have the most opinion, but have the biggest swords and have the most effect on how, the day can go or how they can help. But at the same time, they do more judging. Oh, I ain't going, oh, I ain't doing this, oh, that's going to be. And it's not about me. It's about, the main reason why I continue to keep doing this. The beginning of it started when I won the championship. Coming from Amityville, not too many good things, are exposed coming out of Amityville. They only talk about the negatives coming out of Amityville. And most of the people that are born and raised in Amityville, when they have a success in their life, they normally leave. And you don't really see or hear the success stories in the hood. You only see the gangsters and the drug dealers. You only see the negatives in the hood, and you only hear about the negatives. So, being able to withstand all that I was able to withstand and then doing what I was doing, they gave me my day. Oh, excited about it. Okay, that's what's up. They gave me Mike James Day. And so what I said to myself, it's not about me. It's about my neighborhood. It's about the people that's in this neighborhood because they're going to be here longer than me. So how I can give the day back is by giving them a day where it's a day of smiles, where they're not thinking about the stresses of what the hood gives
Mhm.
them every single day. So at least one day in the year, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I pray that it could be more days, but at least one day, 1 week in the hood, it's going to be an enjoyable time. We're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate, and we're going to make memories. And
Yeah,
so
no
that's
doubt.
all that's all I think about. So it's hurtful when I see so many people, you know, don't they have an opportunity to, you know, like this is about the hood. It's no different than helping Amityville Day, helping my day, because it's not about me.
Listen, brother, I witnessed it myself. I've seen you give little kids bites. I've seen you feed the hungry. I've seen you refrigerators, stoves. I've seen it myself. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. And this is something I learned as I've gotten older. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. When your heart's in the right place, people see it. People see it. And the people who are talking, excuse me, God know you a church man. Fuck them. Just like that. Just like that.
You could have said freak
Just,
them.
now that I started this little shit, I got people hating on me. I got people
Yeah.
hating on me. I'm just in here just trying to be funny, entertain people. Who
Yeah.
cares what other people think? Your
You
wife,
you know,
how's your wife?
she's good. She's good. She still loves
She
me.
is the sweetest person. The
Yeah.
sweetest person.
You,
And them
you,
girls,
you,
how them girls doing?
they great. You know the blessing is, man, that I have someone that was willing to deal with my immaturity to my growth to maturity.
Yes.
And you know,
Yes.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that she was able to withstand my immaturity. And you know, 20 years, man, we've been married. And
Yes.
it's a blessing. It's a
Yes.
blessing, man. I have gratitude. I always make the statement also. I said I ain't going nowhere. I said when I get old, just in case I might need somebody to wipe my booty. I said I don't know if I will find somebody else that's going to take on that job. They out. You know what I'm saying? These women, soon as the money and the health gone, they gone. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody that's going to stick with me with the wheelchair. I might be slobbering, baby. Get that off there right there,
I'm
man.
thinking
Don't let me
about when I'm
walk
gonna build
around.
this ramp into my house.
Yeah, don't let me walk around with crust all on my eyes and my lips. Man, get the Kleenex, man. Wipe that out for me, man.
Okay,
Another
so now let's
female
go
had
back to
me in
your
there
career.
2 weeks.
Let's go back to your career. You finished at Duquesne, right?
Yes.
And you're kind of in limbo. You're kind of in limbo, right? Because I remember you got a job with us at Wholesale Tire.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
So
Oh my
how
goodness.
did you get to Europe? How did you get to Europe?
Man, you know, I remember it was such a slap in the face with the deal that they gave me in Europe. It was the end of the summer. I didn't have no one, you know, I didn't have no one. I didn't get drafted. I didn't have no one calling my name. So I chose to go to a team in Austria for like $30,000. And I was sitting there like, man, man, this is crazy. Like, I'm not going over here for this amount. But I was like, you know what? This is one step closer to where my final destination of where I'm trying to go. And
Right.
if I don't see this still as a blessing, and I just look at it as an unfortunate opportunity, well, then I'm not going to see the goal, and I'm not going to see what's good, the good that can come out of this. So I went over there, won a championship. You know,
Wow, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, won a championship that first year. Was almost MVP in the league. Was averaging like 20-8, and then the next year I couldn't find a job because Europe wasn't respecting the league that I was in Austria. They was like, that was some trash league. Like, so what? You won a championship. So then the following year, I same situation. End of the summer, don't have a job. Nobody's calling me.
Wow.
So a team in France, they gave me like a trial to go a trial to go play in a tournament for like a 3-day tournament, and this was going to be like their test to see whether or not I was going to be on a team. I got MVP for that tournament. It was averaging like 40 in that tournament, so they signed me for like 35,000. You know, they got me for basically peanuts, but I went and I killed that league. I killed in France that year, and then I went back, and then that's when I played in the Ed Pinckney Summer League. After that summer, after my second year, I went to the Ed Pinckney Summer League in Miami,
Oh,
and
okay.
And I remember we was playing against the USA select team, played all the first game. And I mean, Jason Williams used to play at Duke. All like it was that group. It was that era of players, Steve Blake, all those guys. It was that era of ball players playing for the USA select team. So we were scrimmaging them. And, you know, Ed Pinckney and none of these guys knew who I was. And so the first game, I didn't play at all. So I'm sitting there mad, like, man, why the heck I come to Miami to come sit on the bench? You know, my wife is pregnant now. I'm sitting there like, man, this is some bull crap. So Jay Wright was the head coach for the USA select team.
Wow.
And when he saw me, he was like, Mike James, I didn't know you was over here. He was like, he told Ed Pinckney, and he said it real loud in front of everyone. He was like, one of the greatest mistakes I've ever made as a coach was not signing Mike James. He used to come to Hofstra and pray against my players. He was right in my backyard and I overlooked him. And that was one of my biggest mistakes, was not being able to take advantage of getting them. So when they heard this, they was all like, dang, like, all right, Jay Wright giving him shout outs like this. So then the next game they played me. And when I tell you, Jason Williams and Steve Blake couldn't get the ball over half court. And I mean, I'm plucking them, getting layups.
This is white chocolate Jason Williams, right?
No. This is Duke Jason Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is before the accident when he was nice still, when he just came out of Duke, right before he went to Chicago. And, you know, so I'm killing them. So now everybody's like, dang, who this kid? And so now, you know, the buzz. So Ed Pinckney, I'm averaging like 30 in his summer league now. And he tells the Miami Heat about me, yo, you need to check this guard out, Mike James, yada, yada. So Miami came to the championship game. And I couldn't go because I had to leave the night before, because I was like, listen, my daughter, my firstborn, been born for a week already, and I've been down here at this summer league, like, killing y'all. But I got to go home, man. Like, it was killing me not being able to see my daughter for the first time. But I knew that I had plan and purpose, and I knew that if I wanted something, I had to make that sacrifice. And so I left, and Miami Heat came to the championship game, and that's when they signed Jamar. I can't remember. He was from Queens, and he went to University of Virginia, like 6'8" guard, and they signed him. And so I was like, all right. So I went back to Europe that following year, almost tripled my money. You know, I'm starting to make money now in Europe. They starting to respect who I am. And so I had a great year, that my third year in France. So now Miami has me on their radar. So when I come back from France, you know, there's a mini camp. But before I go to the mini camp, I'm staying in Oakdale, Louisiana with my wife's parents and my daughter. So it's about 105 degrees every single day. Like, there's no air conditioning in the gym that I was training in. I had two 25-pound weights and the bench with the plastic with the concrete in it. Yeah, those were the dumbbells. Those were the bench. That's what I was benching with. And I had a ball and a fan. And that was my workout. I was running like 6 miles in like 100-degree weather. They thought I was going down the side of the road. I was in the gym for about an hour getting up my shots. It was about 110 in the gym. I'm lifting 25-pound dumbbells and benching like 125. Like this is all I have. So I went on my Rocky. Thing for about maybe 2-3 weeks. And this is what I was consistently doing until that moment. And when I went to Miami, and this was my first time ever being in front of an NBA team, I just said, it's a wrap. I said, this is my game. I was like, this is my spot. It was about maybe 30 free agents there. And I had everybody mad at me because I was picking you up 95 feet and I was killing you on the offensive end.
Word.
So Miami was like, man, they was like, yo, we couldn't evaluate you in 3 days. Can you stay for a week? I was like, what? Yeah, I can stay for a week. So I'll call Angela, like, you know, they want me to stay for a week. So I'm excited. So they'll bring in for that next week, they'll bring in about 10 new point guards, you know, free agent point guards, because they trying to find a point guard better than me. And so they brought in 10 new point guards. After that week is up, they came up to me and was like, yo, we couldn't evaluate you in a week. can you stay another week? And then I was like, yeah. So then, you know, they brought in 10 more free agent guards. I mean, anybody came in that gym, it was like, it's a wrap. I'm going, wherever you go to the bathroom, I'm guarding you in there. Like, you're going to be mad at me and you're going to want to fight.
So this is also Pat Riley years, right?
Yeah, this is Pat Riley's years.
Some defense.
Oh man, he was loving me. He was loving me because I was a sponge. I was young, but I was so hungry. And people didn't understand like the grit, like the things about me as a ball player. Sometimes they don't go on a stat in the stat books. The one thing that was one of my greatest attributes was my toughness. Like I'm tough out there, and that's how and I portrayed that on purpose. Like I was the baddest person. I was the toughest person in the game. Like you want to fight, I know you don't want to do that, but I'm gonna still be tough with you. And so that was like I was never a finesse player. I didn't have moves like that. I got like 1, 2, 3 moves, like a crossover. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm shooting it. Like it ain't nothing like I'm not no Kyrie Irving, or I'm not even nothing close to a Kyrie Irving. But at the end of the day, my toughness is going to outwill you. Like I believe that my toughness is going to break down your skill. You know, and so that was the thing that made me such a good basketball player. And Pat Riley fell in love with that about me.
Wow. So now from there, you go to Toronto or something like that, right?
No, I got cut. They cut me.
You got cut.
They cut me. They cut me the last cut. They brought in Rod Strickland. And they cut me the last cut. And I can remember going about to go to the CBA, and they like, you know, this is when the CBA was out. It wasn't no D League. And I remember like a couple of years before, I said, man, I'll never play in the CBA. I was like, man, the CBA is garbage ball. Like, I'll never do that crap. And I remember the head scout came up to me from Miami, was like, listen, Mike, go to the CBA. Out of sight, out of mind. If you go back to Europe, I'm about to go back to Europe, play for a Euro team. I'm about to make like 200 racks this year. Like my money gonna be good. Like I'm excited about going back to Europe. I got NBA on my resume now. And so he said that. I was like, dang, man, I don't want to go to the CBA. So I said, okay. I decided to make the decision to go to the CBA. And when I went to the CBA, my first 5 games, I was averaging probably 2 points, shooting about 19%, 5-6 turnovers, and I can remember being in the airport. We was in Saskatchewan, and I can remember being in the airport, and I was crying because I was sitting there like I never seen myself play like this before. And if this is what I'm expecting from myself, I was like, I can't see myself doing this every day. I was like, I'm not no 10-day guy, get a 10-day contract, and I'm back in the CBA. I was like, I think too much of myself. I know I'm better than this, but I was like, I'm not performing at my level. And I told my wife, like, listen, I was like, if this ain't it, and I was like, if this is what I'm gonna keep doing, I was like, I can't watch it. Like I'm going to do something else because I can't put in the work that I'm putting in, and this is the package that I'm presenting. And so it was crazy. After that moment, like the next 2 weeks in the CBA, I was player of the week, averaging like the most ridiculous numbers. I'm talking about like averaging like 35, 14 assists, 15 rebounds, like 8. Like it was so stupid. And then all of a sudden, San Antonio signed me to a 10-day. And Popovich, you know, they was out of town on like one of those long road trips, and they wanted me to meet them in San Antonio. So I'm excited about it. So I called my people in Miami, like, yo, you know, I'm about to sign with San Antonio. And they was like, what? They was like, hold on, I'm gonna call you right back. I was like, wait, huh? Like, all right, like, shit, let me get my bags together. I'm going to San Antonio. I'm excited. And then the GM calls me and is like, listen, we're going to guarantee your contract remainder of this year, because they gave me a partial contract. So I was still getting paid when I was in the CBA by Miami. But the crazy thing is, right when my last check came from Miami was when they signed me back, and when I was about to sign with San Antonio. So I didn't miss a check that whole season because Miami guaranteed me for the whole year. So I was like, I'm a young kid. So as a young kid, I'm like, yo, I ain't going to no San Antonio for no 10-day. I'm going to Miami and I got a guaranteed contract, man. I'm out of here. Like, you know what? Thank you. But the funny thing is, San Antonio held that against me my whole career. Like, I was supposed to get traded to San Antonio, and they wouldn't mess with me because they reminded themselves of that situation. And they said that because I undercut them, they feel like, you know, I wasn't deserving to be in San Antonio. And so
Wow. So now let's fast forward. So now let's fast forward. You end up in Detroit playing for a coaching legend in Larry Brown with Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups,
yeah,
and your boy with the mask. What's his name? Richard
Hamilton.
Richard, what's
Rip
his name?
Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton. Rip Hamilton.
Mm-hmm. Tayshaun Prince, yes sir. Ben Wallace.
Now let's be clear. You wasn't one of those dudes that sat at the end of the bench and got a ring at the end of the year. You contributed to getting this ring. Now, it's Rasheed. Let's talk Larry Brown. He seems to be very anal and very hands-on.
He is. He's
but
classic.
He had Chauncey Billups as a buffer.
Yeah.
He had Chauncey Billups as a buffer. How was it to play with Larry Brown?
You know, I remember when I first got there, he used to call my name all the time. They used to call my name, like the coach used to make, like it was something crazy. And they'd be like, Mike, do this, Mike, do that, Mike. Like, will y'all stop calling my damn name? Like, it got to that point, right? So I remember one day after practice, I was like, I'm tired of this crap. Like, I'm not no kid. Like, mind you, this is my third year in the NBA. But I'm like almost 30 years old though. Like, I'm a grown up damn near. Like, I got mortgage, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, I ain't no 19 years old coming into the league. And I went to his office and I banged on the door. Boo, 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 boo. Let him know I'm serious right now. So he comes to the door. I'm real short. Like, coach, can I talk to you? And he's like, yes, Mike, you know, let me finish my coach meeting and then we can talk. So after the meeting, he calls me. He's like, Mike, what's the problem? And I'm like, coach, I'm tired of you calling my name like I'm some kid. You got something to say to me, you say it. But if you ain't got nothing to say, leave my name out your mouth. Like, you're not just going to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like treat me like this is crazy. He was like, you know what, Mike? He was like, you know what, Mike? I'm sorry. You right. I apologize. I don't know what we was making it out of a game and we took it too far. You know what? We ain't gonna do that no more. When I left his office, I was like, coach, you want me to go to the store for you? You need something, coach? Bye, coach. Like, I see you tomorrow, coach. Like, he knows how to diffuse situations. He's a great people person. He's very anal and he wants things a particular way. But the one thing that I really respect about him was the fact that he knew how to take your anger from you and he knew how to diffuse it. He knew how to diffuse situations and he'll hold you accountable. Like, he'll hold you accountable. And that was another thing that's a problem with coaches today is they don't hold their players accountable. You know, they allow the superstars to get away with whatever, but then they'll hold
that yesterday, Mike.
Yes, but they'll hold the 15th man. You can't hold you can't get mad at the 15th man because you really want to yell at the superstar, but because you don't want to yell at the superstar, you're going to make the 15th man go run suicides and cuss him. Like, come on. That ain't fair.
Okay. So now, how about Rasheed Wallace? Is he as crazy as we think he is?
Man, you know what? It's one of those things that's a throw off. Like, he has enough money and that he doesn't need nothing from nobody. So he uses the crazy to keep people away from him. But when you're in his circle, he the greatest, he one of the greatest people in the world. Like, he one of the greatest people in the world. You'll love him. You know what I'm saying? You'll love him. Like, thorough, super thorough. But if you ain't in his circle, he's a straight a-hole. Like, ain't even and don't even care about it. Like, he's like, I don't need nothing from you, so why do I have to be nice to you? That's how he feels.
Wasn't it you who told me the story about y'all went to a club and he didn't have a collared shirt? So was that you who told me that story?
I don't remember,
He,
man.
he
It's
came
probably
in
so.
the sweats and he didn't have a collared shirt, and he went to the car and got a collared shirt, but kept the
He
sweats on or
crazy.
something like that.
Yeah, he crazy. She is crazy. She don't care. Won't comb his hair. Won't do. He don't
With
care. But
Kobe's
if she,
hair.
nothing.
So
She
how is
crazy,
that
man.
feeling? How is that feeling to be the world champion, NBA world champion? You from Amityville. You from Amityville, and you reached the pinnacle.
You know what? You know what the thing that was crazy about that situation? When we won the championship, I had a moment to myself. And in that moment, all I thought to myself is, man, I want another one. Like, I want my own. Like, I saw Chauncey, and Chauncey was the MVP. And I was like, man, I want to bring my team to this position right here. Like, so even when I gave it was a great moment and I was able to share it and celebrate it, but I wanted to be greedy with them. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
wanted more. Like even like when that moment came, it came and gone. That's the reason why I gave my dad my championship ring, because
Mm-hmm.
it was a championship, but it was a trophy. That ring was a trophy to me, and I gave my dad all my trophies. And
Mm-hmm.
that championship ring was no different than a trophy that I won in the AAU game. And so
Right.
I always thought to myself, man, I'm gonna get back there. Like I always
Right.
believed I'm gonna get back there and I'm gonna give myself an opportunity to win another one. Like I wanted to be greedy with rings.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. So now you're from Amityville. You win a championship. You eventually retire, but you still play in this 3-on-3 with Ice Cube. How is that? Like you like first you play for Dr. J's team, right?
Yeah, last year.
Do you know how much I love me some Julius Irvin?
Yo, Doc, my man. Doc, my man. Like it was a great honor. The funny thing is this right here though. Where I got my scholarship was at Roosevelt Park. This is where Doc grew up.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a great honor for me to be able to tell that story to Doc. You know what I
Wow.
mean? To be able
You
to tell
talking
him like, yo,
Centennial Park or
no, it was
Roosevelt Park?
Roosevelt Park. I
Oh,
got
nice park.
that's
Okay.
that's where Doc used to, that's where he grew up was at Roosevelt Park.
Right, right. Yeah. Play for
And
John
so that
Wright.
was, yeah, that was a great account. Like even though he see me to this day, even when he see me to this day, he's always like, what's up, Mike? What's up, Am? He called me preacher. That's his name that he always called me. But Doc is probably, and he always talks about his family in Amityville. He always brings up his family
Oh,
in
word?
Amityville. Man,
Yeah.
Doc one of the smoothest. He one of the smoothest people you will meet. I don't even know if he yelled. I don't even think he ever yelled in life. Like it's either punch you in your face or
Wow.
talk to you softly.
Wow. Wow. So let's go back for a second because Houston has been good to you.
Yes.
Houston has been real good to you,
Yes.
right? Your family, your family's in Houston. Your
Yes.
in-laws, basically, right?
Yes.
And now you're coaching in Houston. And we touched on Melo before we got interrupted. And one thing that you said that I didn't even think of is that this is the first time that Melo don't have to be the man. Melo could sit back. Now, is Melo going to come off the bench because he has an issue with coming off
He
the
doesn't
bench?
have to. Trevor Ariza's gone. There's no competition for him that's going to compete for that at the 3 spot.
Okay.
All Melo got to do is just play ball and knock down shots, man. We know what we getting when you get him. We know he's not the best defensive player. We know that James Harden isn't the best defensive player. But the problem isn't going to be our regular season. The problem is going to be the postseason. And are we
Right.
going to be able to gel and build such a trust and a relationship that we learn how to play collective defense and people learn how to accept, because all defense is will. Like a person cannot play defense for 5-6 years and all of a sudden wake up and have an epiphany and say, you know what? I want to be defensive player of the year this year. Like
Yeah.
that's all defense is. There's really no skill. It's just attention to detail, staying
Right.
locked into the moment. And that's all
Right.
defense is. And so, you know what? He may have more excitement. He may have more excitement to play. he may have more excitement to want to win in Houston, man. This is a big year. I think that when he was in OKC, it was still pressure for him to perform. He had to perform great in order for them to win. It was only 3 players plus the rest of them. And Russell
Right.
Westbrook is still a reluctant passer. He really don't want to
Yeah,
pass the ball.
Exactly.
He's just so good. I'm sorry.
How good is your team doctor? Because y'all got to keep CP3 healthy.
Yeah, man, that's our issue. But that's been CP's, you know, that's been a stamp on him his whole career. It's just going to come down to, you know, as the season goes on, how you're sticking to your regimen. You know, how I'm sticking to your training. I know when you logging in those minutes every night, it's hard to stick to a program, man. And you start saying, you know what, I'm not going to lift today. I'm not going to run today. I'll do that another day because I'm tired because I played 40 minutes last night. But you have to, like, I look at someone like LeBron James. The thing that made me a fan of LeBron this year is what he played 82 games this season. That is probably one of the hardest things in the world to do is play a whole entire season.
People don't understand that, Mike.
Back-to-backs, 5 games in 8 nights and that type of craziness. Are you kidding me? Traveling over 1,000 miles and 600-700 miles.
You live out a suitcase.
Oh, man. You know, the funny thing is, it's subconsciously I do it now, but whenever I leave my hotel room, I got to repeat my room number to myself about 3-4 times. Like, I got to make sure I look at my room number and just because I'll remember what I was in the other night and you'll forget that's not your room number no more. Like, you at a different hotel, you at a different room. You can get caught up. You can get caught up because the season is constantly going and you got to keep up with it. And and that's a discipline and that's a hunger for you to want to stay that focused and locked in on your body, man, during the season. And LeBron, man, I commended him for that one this year. Seriously.
Yeah. People, this is Mike James. Again, this is Mike James. Listen, this Saturday is Mike James Day in Bolden Mac Park in Amityville on Great Neck Road. Do not get it twisted. He is out there giving food, bikes, refrigerators, stoves, all types of stuff going on. There's going to be vendors out there.
Ain't nobody getting a stove.
Kurt King Kane, the young stallion, is going to be in the building. Kurt King Kane, April Smith, with all the vendors. Listen, Bolden, Amityville, we need this. We need this, Amityville.
Oh, the tournament going to be crazy, though. The tournament's going to be crazy, man. Drew is doing a great thing, man. I appreciate everything Drew is doing this year,
Listen to me.
I appreciate what Drew is doing in the hood. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many people, there's not too many people that's taken the challenge and the step. Everybody talks about what they're going to do for the neighborhood. Everyone talks about, what should be done for the hood. But then there's only those certain ones that make things happen. And I look at someone like Drew, Mike. man, that's great for the hood. And I'm excited to be connecting with him with it, man.
Mike, Drew and Danny, they 32, 33 years old and give it back to the hood. These are young dudes. These ain't dudes our age. These is young dudes who's thinking outside the box and give it back to the hood. So Drew, I call him the Nigerian Nightmare. And Danny, April Smith, Kurt King Kane is a young dude. April Smith is a young lady. They give it back to the hood in a major way. I got nothing but respect for them. Nothing. And
but it has to be more.
I'm there. I make sure I'm there for them.
It has to be more. But you know what? They always say, even when it takes raising a child, they say it's not the parents, because most of the time it's not the parents that really, because kids listen to the parents, but then somebody will tell a kid to say, but they'll take those words even more to heart from someone else than the person that is telling them the same exact thing and that they should trust. So it's a truth when they say it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I mean? It's truth in that right there.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And even in giving back, it takes a village to give back. It takes one person to start the fire or start the spark, but it takes the village to do it all together, man. Like, it ain't one person that does it. Everyone has to play a role, because it's not about no one individual. It's about the next generation coming up. And guess what? It's going to be kids that's going to see the same things that we saw, but
Yup.
they're not as strong. They not
Yup.
gonna be as strong. They're not gonna be believing in their dreams as much as we had to believe in our dreams. You know, it's not the same. The generations is different. Why? When we was kids, we didn't have no other option. It was either make it or bust. Now,
Yes.
these kids got options. But half the time, both parents have great jobs. Both parents have great jobs, and the kids still just turn out to be, they just do whatever they really want to do.
Oh my goodness.
But that ain't
Boy, you
really
better
their
talk
personality.
boy, that's tabernacle right there, boy. That's tabernacle. You telling
Facts.
nothing but facts.
You already
They got
know.
it all. They got it all and don't know what to do with it.
And don't know what to do with it, man. They got everybody helping them. They got all the Jordans. Jordans cost 200 plus, 150. And so you ain't paid for one pair. You walking around looking like something, but you ain't really doing nothing and you ain't hitting on nothing. I think that's the problem now is we got to make these kids start really believing in their dreams and believing in themselves and stop living vicariously through someone else's eyes. And when these kids,
and we got to let them know it's okay to dream.
facts.
It's okay to dream.
Facts.
You got it. Listen, things start because of a dream.
Facts.
Because of a thought. That's how they start. It's okay to dream. We don't have to beat up everybody's dream. But there has to come a time when we realize if you ain't going to make that dream, you might have to go on another path. You might have to have that lane switch. And be real about it with yourself.
Truth.
You know?
And that's the
Chico
problem.
Benjamin just said hello, by the way. Chico Benjamin just said hello.
What's up, Chico? You coming to New York?
No, Chico ain't in here. He just sent me a text saying hello.
Is he coming to New York?
So now, Mike, I'm going to say one word, right? Or a name or a word, and you give me a one-word response, okay?
Yes, sir.
Kobe.
Clone.
What? You said
Jordan
goon?
clone. I said clone.
Oh, clone. Okay, clone. LeBron James.
New Millennium King.
New Millennium King. Okay. Basketball.
Look, I look at it like this. I'm gonna say basketball. Wow. Saved my life.
Saved your life. Pat Riley.
You know what? When Pat Riley gave me one of the greatest quotes. There's 4 quotes from coaches that I've took in my life. And I can remember my college coach. He always used to make the statement, fatigue will make a punk out of you. And I used to always say to myself, I'm not a punk. So I won't even never fall to fatigue. And that's something that's always stuck out with me. And I remember Larry Brown saying, play the game the right way. Play the game the right way. That means no matter how you feel, keep your emotions off the court. Make sure you're doing all the things that you're supposed to do right. And I remember Pat Riley, he said this my rookie year, and this stuck out with me my whole career. He said the way you respect the ball player is by not respecting them at all. And I remember I was looking down at my shoes when he said it. And when he said it, I was looking down. And when he said it, I looked up like, word? I was like, all right, like, I like that. Like, F all of them. Like, and that's how I took the approach as when I played against any guard. Like, man, I ain't tripping off none of y'all. I don't respect you at all. But I do respect you. But I'm gonna show you how I respect you by showing you that you know what, you ain't on my level unless you show me you on my level out here.
Right, no doubt. So that's Pat
Great.
Riley.
Great.
Chauncey Billups.
He's Billions. That's his nickname. Billions.
And last but not least, Amityville.
Man. Amityville. You know, when I think of Amityville, I always tell people Amityville prepared me for everything that I went through in life. Like, I'm not naive to nothing because of where I came from. Like, I'm not green to nothing when it comes to street smarts. The knowledge I had to learn for myself. But when it comes to the IQ from the streets and street smarts and the street IQ, Amityville prepared me. It wasn't nothing that I ain't already see in my neighborhood. So whenever I think of Amityville, whenever I think of Amityville, I always said you could take just North Amityville, get a spatula, you could throw us anywhere. You could throw us in Iraq, you could throw us in Chicago, you can throw us in the heart of the wildest place, and I promise you, we're gonna be good.
You know that's right. Because everywhere I go, I see a touch of Amityville. Everywhere I go. I was just in Jamaica, and all of a sudden Odessa Cotton popped up. I'm like, what are you doing here? I was just in Jamaica.
But we don't lose our personality. We don't get silent though. Wherever we go, like, we don't turn into church mouses. We keep our same, like, I remember I had a party in Houston, a weekend in Houston, and I brought like maybe 20, 25 cats from Amityville to Houston. Listen, I was so mad that whole weekend. I was babysitting. Cats coming up to me like, say, dog, yo, who them people are? I'm like, look, dog, them my people. Like, they good. Like, I'm just saying, like, when I talk about they tried to take over the town, I was like, listen, y'all ain't coming back out here. And
that's how we do.
And if y'all do, y'all coming in twos. Like, y'all ain't coming that many deep no more. Nah, dog, we ain't doing that no more. That's too many at one time.
Yo, man, listen. I greatly appreciate you, bro. I greatly appreciate you. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I appreciate you for just trusting me and giving me an opportunity. Just trusting me and giving me an opportunity was everything to me. So please, I thank you. I'm going to try to be there, but I got a football game. I'm going to try to be there, but I got a football game. Oh, one more question.
You're going to be at the game. You're going to be at the game that night, though, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try to be there. I got a football game at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Now listen to me. Who makes that goddamn gumbo in that backyard? Is that your uncle? That seafood gumbo?
My dad. Man, my dad makes everything.
Listen. He didn't have it last year. Now, I'm telling Christopher Williams, promises. I'm telling Christopher Williams to go over there and get some of that goddamn seafood gumbo.
Man, you should have got him a glass of water and a damn Advil, too, while you was at it.
Say that again?
Shoot. You should have got him some water and an Advil while you was at it. I'm just saying.
That's why I fucks with you, son. So now, listen. Your father didn't make that seafood gumbo last year. Do he need money so I can listen, we need that seafood gumbo.
We're going to bring it back this year.
To make that seafood gumbo. That shit need to be in some cans. Listen, Mike, every year I tell my wife, I'm going to bring you home some of this gumbo. I bring that shit in the bowl, it never makes it home.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay. I'm looking. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Again, I thank you. For all you've done. Hey, I'm talking for Amityville. Amityville thanks you. Amityville thanks you for all you've done.
Man, you know
what?
Shout out to your cousin,
Joe Willie.
Man, that's the reason why. No, that's why I do it. No, because you know what? When I was a kid, I wanted somebody to. When I was a kid playing in that park, it's crazy. Every day I used to think somebody was going to come find me. Every day I used to think somebody, like a coach was going to come see me play. A coach was going to. So I'll be going hard in that park. It's 100 degrees. I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? But I was always thinking, like, man, somebody going to come find me, man. Somebody going to see what I'm doing. And they're going to see that, you know what, this kid may be really good. And so I always come back, man, to let these kids, even as a kid, I used to want to see Shelton Jones. Like, I was proud to be able to say, yo, Shelton Jones in the league. Like, what you mean? We got Shelton Jones. Like, what? Like, I was really serious about it. You know what I'm saying? So so when he used to come through the hood and he beat, but don't stop, you know, it's be like, dang, like you like a basketball god to us young boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I always stop, I always talk, I always give free camps, I always do these things because for that one kid that's going to be just like me, because I promise you I'm not going to be the only Mike James. It's always going to be better. It's always coming around. There's always a new and improved. And so I'm always grateful for, and I always do it because you know what? It's going to be somebody even better, somebody even greater coming behind me. And when they see me, I let them know, yo, just be yourself. Be what, you know what I'm saying, you was created to be, but don't let your greatness ever change who you are. You are who you are, and be
guess
that
what?
person.
Shelton was on this show, and Shelton, I had to remind him and let him know that, again, he didn't know the lives that he touched. He didn't know. He didn't know.
Come on, man. It was
know.
crazy.
And he called me after the show. He called me after the show and was like, yo, man, I really, really appreciate you because I didn't know what I was doing. He didn't know.
Yeah. We young kids, and only thing we got is our dreams coming true. But we don't have no guidance. You know what I'm saying? We got money in our pocket now. We can buy and do whatever we want, but we didn't go to business school. We got to learn these things.
No.
Everybody that comes around us.
We had
come
Miss
on,
Sector
man.
for business law. That's what we had.
Man, we got the streets. Only business when I was a kid growing up, man, I knew the drug game. I just didn't play it, but I promise you I knew it. I knew it well.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And so because of that, you know what I'm saying? I look at guys today, you know, either you're going to come from a corporate mindset or you're going to come from a gang mindset. And so people got to change the way that they approach life and how they approach things. You know, I'm looking for a business partner. I'm not looking for a second in command. I'm not looking for a captain. I'm not looking for, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for somebody that I can call a business partner. Nah, I don't need that in my life. Don't need that.
How's Brim doing?
He good, man. He good.
I love him
He's
like
good.
cooked food. Love him like cooked food.
I'm gonna tell you,
again,
what's
let
up.
me shout out Christopher Cooley High. That's Mike's cousin. Joe
Yeah,
Willie,
that's my man.
April Smith,
Joe.
Kurt King, Pastor Joe Willie. Don't get it twisted. Pastor Joe Willie. We shout him out too. Okay, listen. I thank you, bro. I thank you. Your sisters, I love them to death. Your sisters, I love them to death. Your brothers, your family has been open arms, nothing but open arms and acceptance from me. So guess what, brother? I thank you. I thank you for coming on the show. July 28th, Mike James Day, Boulder Mac Park, Amityville, New York, Great Neck Road. You better be there. April Smith says the game starts at 7:30. So if it starts at 7:30, guess what? I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in the building.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up.
All right, baby. So I'll see you when you get here.
Yes, sir. All right,
Thank you for everything, man.
Hey, and okay, that's it. Nothing else.
What you need? What you need?
Nothing.
What you need?
It's hard.
Don't
it's hard.
forget
You know
the
what?
boat ride. Don't forget the boat ride.
The boat ride that night. Let's get it.
The last boat ride.
Ooh, dang. That's been years of the boat ride, man.
Oh.
That damn boat They need a new boat. Later for the ride. Okay, sorry.
Hey, kiss your family for me too. I'll see them on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right, baby. I'll see you.
All right, no. One.
Game time, 7:30. But it's popping from 12 to them lights go off. 12 noon to them lights go off. It's popping. Don't let, if it's a little bit of rain, don't let it scare you. Get in the park. Kids' game starts at 1, according to April Smith. Games all day. Amityville, New York, stand up for your boy. Guys, have a great evening. Peace.